Hello guys, You're probably wondering why the self-powered car from Zimbabwe Maxwell Chikumbutso hasn't been seen around or posted on YouTube, not ready for purchase. And probably the trip to Cairo trip. Well, buckle up as things is about to get self-powered. Now, I love a good car, who doesn't? But even I have to admit, the car industry is about as exciting as a wet weekend in Scunthorpe. It's all just different coloured boxes on wheels, isn't it? Well, every now and then someone comes along claiming to have reinvented the bloody wheel altogether. This Chikumbutso chap with his self-powered car, that's one of those times. Sounds like a right load of codswallop, doesn't it? A car that runs on air and good intentions. Well, before we dismiss it out of hand, let's have a look at why this thing isn't on every street corner, shall we? Let's be honest, Tesla, they're the big boys now, aren't they? Everyone wants a piece of that electric pie. But even Elon, with his rockets and flamethrowers, even he had to start somewhere. Remember when the Model S first popped up? All sleek and futuristic, like something out of Star Trek. People went bonkers. Pre-orders out the wazoo. But then what happened? They had to wait and wait and wait some bloody more. See, building a car, especially a newfangled electric one, it's not as simple as whacking it together in your shed, is it? It's all supply chains and factories and whatnot. Tesla, they're learning that the hard way. The Model 3, same story. Years of delays, people pulling their hair out waiting for their precious electric chariot. So if even Elon, with his billions and his army of robots, if even he struggles to get a car out the door, what chance does our friend Chikumbutso have, eh? It's not just Tesla, is it? Every Tom, Dick and Harry with a soldering iron and a dream is having a go at this electric car malarkey. Rivian, they're the new kids on the block, aren't they? Big, flashy electric trucks. Looks great in the brochure, doesn't it? But again, years between the shiny prototype and someone actually getting behind the wheel. And then there's Lucid, all luxury and whatnot. They promised the moon, didn't they? But again, delays, production hiccups, the lot. It's enough to make you want to stick with your trusty old diesel, innit? And don't even get me started on Aptra, solar-powered car. Sounds brilliant, doesn't it? Been promising it for years, they have. Still waiting, probably waiting for the sun to come out, knowing my luck. The thing is, building a car company, it's not for the faint of heart, is it? It's a cutthroat business. For every Tesla, there's a dozen others that went belly up. Remember Fisker? They had a good run for a while, then poof, gone. Bankruptcy's a right bugger, isn't it? NIO, they're the Chinese lot, aren't they? They're doing all right, I suppose. But even they had their fair share of teething problems. Supply chains, production woes, the usual suspects, and Faraday Future. Don't even get me started. More money than sense, that lot. Years of hype, and what have they got to show for it? A prototype and a mountain of debt, probably. It's amazing, isn't it? The car industry, it's like a graveyard of broken dreams, but every now and then someone comes along and tries to resurrect one of these dead brands. Lordstown, they're having a go, aren't they? Electric trucks again. Seems to be all the rage these days. Bollinger, another one. Big, chunky SUVs. Looks like they designed it with a T-square, but still good on them for trying. And then there's DeLorean. DeLorean, talk about back from the dead. They're actually trying to bring back the DMC-12. The Back to the Future car. Madness, absolute madness, but you've got to admire their optimism, haven't you? So, where does that leave our friend Chikumbutso and his self-powered car? Well, let's be honest, the odds are stacked against him, aren't they? He's got the weight of history against him. He's got the big car companies breathing down his neck. And he's got the small matter of physics to contend with. But you know what? I kind of hope he proves us all wrong. Wouldn't it be brilliant if this bloke from Zimbabwe, if he actually cracked the code? If he actually invented a car that runs on thin air, it would be the biggest thing since sliced bread, wouldn't it? Now, I'm not a scientist, but even I know that perpetual motion, it's a load of old cobblers, isn't it? You can't get something for nothing. That's what my old mum used to say anyway. So when I hear about a car that powers itself, well, my bullshit detector starts flashing like a Christmas tree. And I'm not the only one, am I? The scientific community, they're not exactly falling over themselves to endorse this Chikumbutso fellow. In fact, most of them are probably rolling their eyes so hard they can see their own brains. And can you blame them? We've heard it all before, haven't we? Water-powered cars, cars that run on air, cars that run on good vibes. It's all a load of poppycock. But then a small part of me thinks, what if? What if this Chikumbutso bloke, what if he's actually onto something? What if he's found a way to tap into some unknown energy source? What if he's discovered the secret of over-unity? It would be revolutionary, wouldn't it? Imagine a world where you never have to fill up your car again. No more petrol stations, no more oil spills, no more range anxiety. Just hop in your car and drive. Drive anywhere you want for as long as you want. It would change everything, wouldn't it? Chapter 8. The world isn't ready for it, but here's the thing. Even if Chikumbutso's car is the real deal, even if it actually works, the world might not be ready for it. The oil companies, they wouldn't be too happy, would they? They'd probably try to bury it faster than you can say peak oil. And the governments, they'd probably get involved too. They'd want to control it, regulate it, tax it to death. And the car companies, they'd be scrambling to catch up. They'd be throwing billions at trying to reverse engineer it. It would be chaos, absolute chaos. Chapter 9. Sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction, so there you have it. The story of Maxwell Chikumbutso and his self-powered car. Is he a genius? Is he a madman? Or is he just a dreamer? I don't know, but I tell you what, I'm not ruling anything out because sometimes, just sometimes, the truth is stranger than fiction. And wouldn't it be something if, in this case, the truth turned out to be a car that runs on air? It would be a right kick in the cobblers to the naysayers, wouldn't it? Chapter 10. Only time will tell. So what's the answer? Why isn't Chikumbutso's car on the road yet? Well, it could be any number of reasons. Maybe the technology isn't there yet. Maybe he's having trouble getting funding. Maybe he's just waiting for the right time to unleash it on the world. Or maybe, just maybe, it's all a load of old bollocks. Only time will tell, I suppose. But in the meantime, I'll keep an open mind, because you never know, do you? Sometimes the craziest ideas turn out to be the best ones. Artra, what do you think? So, there you have it. If may ask, why so serious? Oh, I get it. You have never been this close to expecting a car or a product that was just launched and hasn't been into mass produced, just at the prototype stage. So now you know the nitty-gritty of car that is not just walk into the grocery stores and pick on and pay and head straight out of the shop. So be patient and as things is getting together and better for you. However, if you want to be part of the fast pedals, considering getting together and let's raise him fund, that will better accelerate the process. The mystery of Maxwell Chikumbutso and his self-powered car. What do you make of it all? Do you think he's onto something? Or is it all just a load of hot air? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel for more automotive adventures. Until next time, drive safe and keep your eyes peeled for that self-powered future. Now, if you will excuse me, gentlemen and ladies, I have a flight to catch and a self-powered car to drive. See you in the comments section.